Good day, YouTube world. This is Eric again, and I'm about to test the first of the thrift store find computers that I talked about in the last video. That is the Dell Dimesion 4600. I chose this one to test first because even though they took out the memory, the hard drive, they were nice enough to leave the memory, and it's got the DVD drive in it. I think it's just a DVD-ROM, yeah, and a CD writer. And I know that this claims to be a Pentium 4 with hyper-threaded. It has I don't know if that's a PCI Express or a AGP. I guess we'll find out soon. Whoever had it was running a SATA hard drive in it. They actually had to use the connector there, but I have everything but this hooked up, so I'm going to do a tribute to the first YouTube channel I ever subscribed to and say smoke test and plug it in. I got power light and crap, I wasn't fast enough, but it is working. Time of day not set. Okay. We have a 2.4 gigahertz Pentium 4. Let's see what we have for memory. There's 4 slots in there. Wow, this has 2 gigs of DDR RAM. Holy cow. So what I'm about to do is going to be a little bit excessive. Since they didn't leave me with a hard drive, I'm going to do something a little bit different here. And for a couple reasons, this might be considered to be a little controversial. But the video I posted recently that got banned in Germany for whatever reason was on this Gateway computer, and I had done a compact flash hard drive replacement on it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically replicate what I did in the video to this computer. And before I get a lot of hate mail on that, I'm not going to keep this computer like this. All I'm doing is testing it. So what I'm going to do is grab this tripod, and I'm going to, please excuse the noise as I hit every single thing between the tripod and me. I'm going to pop the reader, or the compact flash card reader, out of the Gateway and put it into the Dell. Which is it. Please excuse the noise, but I have a very limited workspace. Something just broke. I just cracked the IDE board on the board, just plastic on it. Didn't really break anything. Alright, so let's disconnect the power. Put that over here. And try to not break my Netgear repeater here. Doesn't really matter which one I do here. Yeah, this computer also came to me without a side on it. Are you kidding me? When they did the SATA conversion, they took the IDE cable. Which I do have right here. A replacement one. I've said this before, I'm not a professional. I'm not doing this as a permanent thing. I am literally just verifying the operation of this computer. The only problem with this is it takes a floppy drive power connector, so I had to make sure that the floppy drive was not hooked up. Now bear in mind, no matter what happens whether I look like a complete fool or not. This is getting uploaded. So if you see it and it's a success, it's not only, I didn't only post it because it was a success. So we have that in, and we'll do another smoke test. Computer powered on. Gotta stand on this side, see what happens here. I think it's F10 to run. See, I'll just grab the camera. So what I'm doing now is waiting on it's performing the automatic IDE configuration. I don't know if you're able to read that from there yet. Computer did not lock up yet. Let me do that. With Dell's, it's F10, right? No, it's F2. I'm going to do this again. Sorry. Enter and setup. And in a couple minutes, I'm going to put the. Oh, no cool CDs in the drive. There will be one now. Still missing that floppy disk from the video I did on that gateway. It went missing during the episode and I have no idea what happened to it. Something's clearly obscure here, so I'm going to hit pause on this. Once you know, almost immediately after I hit pause, the video comes up. Now it's saying time of day not set, so right now we are, we're actually in March. This is actually, what, March 4th? It's about 4 a.m., so that's what I'm going to put as, yeah, March 4th. Of 2001-4. We'll just call it 0401 because it's got to be close. Alright, now what we need to see is drive configuration. Primary master drive, it's showing an 8 gig, which is that SD card, and we're also showing a CD-ROM. I'm pretty sure that the CMOS battery is dead on this, which is why it's giving me that. Now we need a boot sequence, which I need to shut that off too. So we need boot sequence to be, alright. So now what we're going to do, alright. So now what we're going to do is hit escape, yes, save changes and exit. Now, I think last time I discovered if I have my thing off here, it'll actually not screw my autofocus. Now here's where things might get controversial. Go boot from CD-ROM with CD-ROM support. Apparently I'm showing like half of my mount on the screen. I am really sorry about that. Oh yeah, that, if I'm not mistaken, is a problem. And we're going to do Windows Millennium, even though this is clearly a Windows XP machine, especially with 2 gigs of RAM. I'm going to go in here to Google Chrome. Actually, I should probably... This takes a little bit of time on this. How am I using the trackpad when I have a mouse hooked up? Please excuse the muttering you hear over here to the left. Even though the microphone's on the right, so you can't really tell. This, from last time, I remember, took a couple minutes, so I am actually just going to hit pause, and then when it hits next step, I'm going to go ahead and restart. Alright, we're back now. I actually had to just write down that number because last time I ended up having to use a web page that had every list of Windows 9X CD keys on it. But I'm going to hit any key to continue. We're going to press enter again. Gotta shut off my... I was starting to put on music when this finished, which my last video got banned in Germany because I had music playing in the background the whole time. I thought that would be kind of nice rather than just hearing my voice. There was also music playing. But I digress. Ooh. Okay, where did I put that mouse? Alright. So here we are, Windows ME setup. Wow, this mouse is sensitive. Probably because it's been in my truck overnight. It's frozen. We're going to put that in a typical place. Yeah, why not do a custom one? We're going to do all the stupid thing. Accessories. You know, I'm going to do this with the keyboard because that's actually really annoying. Going to disable address book and Outlook. Going to do all the games, all desktop themes. Why not do multi-language? All the multimedia, all the system tools. Okay. So it looks like we have everything we would actually normally want. I don't really care what they call it. And I am in New Jersey, so that's the Eastern time zone. You're not making a startup disk. And we're going to begin copying Windows or files. On a system like this, it probably shouldn't take too long. So let's see what happens. And again, I don't know how big this DVD drive is. Or how fast. It's crazy because the hard drive light's going nuts. I'll show you this. Hard drive light's going nuts over there. But as you can hear, there is no sound. But you can see the red light flashing. Back. Take you around here. And that's that. I really need to cut down this this bracket that I used. And if you're new to my channel, this is what I ended up doing. Took a piece of metal and just bent it so that I could put my phone on it. Since I used my Galaxy S4 as a camera. But the original plan was to drill a hole in the center, put a wing nut on it to hold it to the mount, but I realized I lost the mount. So it got the professional zip tie treatment. Yes, Windows ME is way more innovative. And you'll see why. I honestly think I haven't seen the CD drive boot up at all. This might be doing it all from memory. I'll try to be quiet and since I found out that my phone does have a recording limit, I'm going to go ahead and hit pause and come back when this is at the next step. Okay, it seems to be moving at a pretty good clip now. Gotta tell you, the whole time this has been up here, I have not heard the CD-ROM spin up once, or even felt it spin. So I'm thinking it did do it all out of memory, which means it probably should have done it faster. But, it's about to restart now. My laptop, every single time I'm down here, I have to do updates on it because I don't use it every day. It's running Zorin OS on it. Now this time we're going to boot from the hard drive. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that screen before. Actually doing a little bit of research over here. I don't know what just happened there, because I was not looking, sadly. And I'm actually using the monitor from the video, or from the... Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. And with this time I'm going to let it go into safe mode, see what happens. Do we have a failure on our hands here? Well then, we have a failure. And I will upload this as a failure video, and I will do a full review on this at another time. But since I'm not all that upset, I guess that's because I got my blood pressure under control. What I'm going to do over here, just give me a second. I brought this up on my laptop over here. And I'm hoping the screen glare doesn't kill us here. The Dell Dimesion 4600. And they say this is from CNET. They said a good, strong mid-range performance, excellent documentation, good support, limited expansion options, DVD-RW cost extra. Dell Dimesion 4600 is a do-it-all desktop whose speed and features will suit most mainstream users. And they actually go into a pretty good detail here, but I'm not going to go into all that. Maybe at another time. I think all I need to do is get a get a Windows XP CD down here and do that. I mean, it does have an XP Professional key code on it, but you know, all in all, I saw that it is in fact very that it works. For all I know, it could be that version of Windows ME I was using. Now, I did get this, like I said, without a side on it, and it's got this sticker on it. It says circa 2003, boots fine, need HD. But I think we'll just see what's going on here, and I'm actually about to, you know, since I have some time here, I guess I'll show, probably in the next hour or so, you're going to see this pop up on YouTube. This is the Hewlett-Packard 6630, and it appears to have some sort of Celeron. I thought this had an XP sticker on it. No, that's that Pentium 3 Dell over there. It has that. So we'll see what happens with this guy. So about to go post. Just about to upload this from my phone now. Thank you.